Hey guys, welcome to week 40 of the Confidence Revolution. Today I want to talk about Joseph Schooling. Do you guys remember Joseph Schooling? It hasn't been too long since the Olympics were over, and we were all inspired by Joseph Schooling and his ability to train and envision and beat his hero. So in 2008, Joseph Schooling met Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps, the greatest swimmer of all time. The GOAT, right? Guys, I'm learning new things. G-O-A-T, GOAT, greatest of all time. Okay, so that's Michael Phelps. But in the 100 meter something, Mitchell's laughing at me because I'm trying to be cool. A girl can try, guys, a girl can try. So I think it was in some kind of 100 meter freestyle, maybe. Joseph Schooling beat Michael Phelps, his hero. But 8 years ago, Joseph Schooling was only 13 years old. 13 years old. Do you guys remember where you were when you were 13? Do you remember the time between 13 and 21? Seems like an eternity, right? Like a lot of stuff happened between 13 and 21, at least for me. Between 13 and 21 for Joseph Schooling, he worked. So he met Michael Phelps. He was inspired by him. He was already a swimmer, and they met at a swim camp in Singapore. And there's this adorable picture of them meeting and interacting. And Joseph Schooling said ever since that time, he just worked so hard. He was inspired by Phelps, and he wanted to beat Phelps. Well, a few months ago at the Olympics in Rio, he did it. He accomplished it. I'm going to read you a tiny little bit from an article that he said. Schooling said, "As a kid, I wanted to be like him. It's crazy to think of what happens in 8 years. A lot of this is because Michael. He's the reason I wanted to be a better swimmer." So, have you guys ever heard of the power of envisioning something? So they teach this to kids in sports. Mainly, they teach them how to see themselves winning the game, winning the race, making the shot, whatever it is, right? But somehow we forget to transfer that to our own lives. And so you don't have to be an Olympic athlete to envision your dreams and to go after it. You can literally name it and say it out loud and watch your dreams come true. So I'm going to tell you something a little bit embarrassing, but what's new? What is new? So you guys know I read a book. It's coming out in mid-December, right? The Courage to Become. And I have watched, I don't know, every show Oprah's ever done. Maybe every show. Like if I had a tattoo, it would be Oprah's face. So I know that when she interviews authors, when she's having a conversation with authors, she's under the oak trees in her backyard, and they're having a conversation. They're sitting on comfy lawn chairs and they're just chatting, right? They're drinking their tea. It looks so perfect. And Oprah reads the book, and when she finds a sentence that she really likes from the author, she highlights it and she reads it back to them. So she says, "Oh, I just love this sentence. Blah, 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 blah." And the author's like, "Oh, yes." And they have a moment, right? Once in a while, I write a really good sentence, and I swear to God, I can see, I think it's reality. Like I can see and hear myself sitting across from Oprah and her reading the sentence back to me. Is that insane? Yes. Was it insane for a 13-year-old to think he was gonna one day beat Michael Phelps? Yes, it's crazy. It's wild. But if I don't dream it, who's going to dream it? Nobody. And it may not be this book that happens, but maybe it's the next book. But one day, I will sit across from Oprah, and one day, she will read a sentence that I wrote back to me. And I know you think that I need to get my head examined, but that's the way it works, guys. If we don't dream huge and push and work and listen, I don't get up every day and say, that is not my goal. My goal is not to be on Oprah. My goal is to be effective. My goal is to be useful. My goal is to inspire and lift women. That is just one way I think that I will know that I have done that. Others are amazing emails and interactions with you, and I have all sorts of other ways that I am validated and that I feel good about it. But that's a dream that I have. What's your dream? Maybe you dream of opening a business. Maybe you dream of marrying the one. Maybe you dream of being a school teacher. God bless you. It's really hard. Maybe you dream of opening a painting class. Whatever it is that you are dreaming of, dream it. Dream it big. Write it down. Tell somebody. Subconsciously, you will walk in the direction of those dreams. Even if you don't realize that you're doing it, you will be doing it. So today, Joseph's schooling teaches us a great lesson, guys. Dream big, even when it seems insane, even when it's 8 years away. The time's gonna pass anyway, right? You may as well be doing something that fulfills you and inspires you. Okay, guys, may God's grace and peace be with you. I'll see you next week.